Every day, truck drivers around the world get into trucks like these and head out to construction sites, oil rigs, farm fields, and forests. Put it this way, it's off-road and unforgiving. And every day, a driver and his rig might end up right here, stuck in a rut. Or right here, spinning his wheels or compacting a farmer's field. Or here, damaging a road that an operation depends on. And for those of you driving your own truck or managing a fleet or working in road maintenance, it's no news that these kinds of problems dig deep ruts in your budget. What if you could count on greater mobility and traction in mud or in sand or in any of the harshest conditions you can imagine? What if you could reduce truck maintenance costs, fleet maintenance costs, and even road maintenance costs? What if you could extend your hauling season and make more money? What if you could dramatically improve your overall productivity and competitive advantage? I've got a solution. The answer is TIREBOSS Tire Pressure Control systems. And in the next few minutes, you're going to find out how TIREBOSS can help save you time and money and help you make better time and money. This is one boss that's going to work for you.
I install it on all my trucks. I am comfortable with the system, I'm comfortable with the cost of the system, and I know the value that I get out of the system.
Smoother ride, quieter cabs, less vibration, less driver fatigue.
With everything taken into consideration, it is in the millions, the benefits to our company.
The entire time we'd been running without the TIREBOSS system, we had been running for at least half of our loaded trip overinflated.
TIREBOSS is a computerized tire pressure control system that, simply put, allows a driver to monitor and adjust tire pressures to match his load and speed. The TIREBOSS system utilizes the truck's existing air brake system and allows the driver to control the tire pressures. The system, which is available as a retrofit onto existing trucks or through various truck manufacturers, includes a controller that goes in your cab, a valve box installed on the frame rail, various axle hardware and wheel shutoff valves, and DOT-approved hoses connecting everything together. All designed to let you deflate or inflate your tires to the desired pressure while driving. So when the driving conditions change, the driver can immediately adjust the tire pressure to suit the conditions. Better traction and mobility, smoother ride, less hassle. All at your fingertips. Now, I know you have a bunch of questions. What does tire pressure have to do with traction, mobility, and saving roads? How does the system work, and what are the benefits to you and your company? Is it complicated to use? Who installs it? How dependable are those hoses anyway? How fast will the tire pressure change? Will doing that damage your tires? Are there any safety features? Who else is using it? Don't worry. We're going to answer all of those questions and many more in the next few minutes.
The exterior hoses on the TIREBOSS system, when it was first installed, a lot of us stepped back and scratched our heads and thought, oh, that's going to be a mess in the bush. 13 years down the road, happy to say that it has been almost a non-issue. Very, very rare occasion that we actually tear a hose off. You can be in the mud, you can be being pulled by heavy equipment, so on and so forth. Virtually trouble-free.
Now, why would you want to change the pressure in your tires? What does tire pressure have to do with traction and mobility? Well, that's the really interesting part of the TIREBOSS story. And it all begins right here, with the tire footprint. Here is the tire footprint created by a higher tire pressure compared to a footprint at a lower tire pressure. Notice how much longer the footprint is at the lower pressure. The longer footprint distributes the weight of the truck over a larger surface area. In other words, more of the tire is in contact with the road. This has significant effects. It increases traction and mobility. It reduces stress applied to the road surface, which makes road maintenance managers happy. It's good for flotation. Farmers are happy because trucks won't compact the soil as much. The increased tire sidewall flex is like adding another shock absorber, and drivers with TIREBOSS systems have come to appreciate the smoother ride. And your tire life is increased because you're always matching the right tire pressure to your load and speed. In fact, truck owners have learned that it has cost them money not to have a TIREBOSS system. Since 1992, tire pressure control systems have proved themselves to be invaluable to the thousands of TIREBOSS customers around the world who work in any of the off-road industries such as construction, concrete, agriculture, forestry, and the oil field. The system has proven itself to be reliable in the harshest conditions. Besides providing mobility in tough off-road situations, TIREBOSS reduces maintenance costs and vehicle damage. It also improves driver comfort. It will even help heal roads that can be rutted out by tires running at high pressure levels. And to top it off, you'll be able to work when others can't. To appreciate all this, there's only one way to do that: out in the real world. It's time to hit the road, or should I say the off-road, with TIREBOSS. TIREBOSS went to Florida to take on some of the toughest sand conditions. Conditions that can quickly slow down or even stop trucks, whether they're loaded or empty. The driver here is going to try and haul his load through this sugar sand with tires at typical highway pressures. In this case, 105 psi. As you can see, he's not going anywhere. How much time have you lost? And what did it cost you because of this type of situation? This next driver is going to haul the same load through the same sand conditions, except this time his tire pressures have been reduced to 30 psi. Let's see what happens. This time the truck has no problem. The longer footprint created by lower tire pressure distributes the weight over a larger portion of the sand surface, enabling the truck to handle even these testy Florida sand conditions. How many of you have found yourself in this situation, all dressed up and nowhere to go? Now you'd have to call in for assistance and wait. But not our driver. He's going to use his TIREBOSS system to solve the problem by reducing tire pressure to his emergency traction setting. Now that his tire pressure is reduced, he can back up out of the rut to set himself up to move forward again with some momentum. Thanks to the reduced pressure and the longer tire footprint distributing the weight, our driver is on the road again. Now, let's head out to the oil field to see what happens in extremely muddy conditions. In this side-by-side comparison, look at the difference the right tire pressure can make. The truck on the right is trying to drive through this soft road surface with his tires at 100 psi, while the driver driving the truck on the left with the TIREBOSS system has reduced his tire pressure to 30 psi. In this next situation, the truck with the higher tire pressures is stuck in a rut. Now, watch how the truck with the lower tire pressures provides an assist. Not only does the TIREBOSS-equipped truck with the lower tire pressures handle the soft surface, it also has enough traction to pull the other truck out. What about those of you using floater tires? Aren't you tired of swapping, special permitting, slow speed travel, and high maintenance costs? Here, in a side-by-side comparison, the truck with conventional tires at reduced tire pressures actually provides lower ground pressure in this field application, resulting in less compaction than a truck equipped with floaters.
When we get called out to a job with the TIREBOSS system, we're able to run at normal highway speeds. Rather than the floaters, we have to drive much slower, which takes more time and which costs money.
Another great benefit of using lower tire pressures off-road is the effect it has on road redemption or road healing. It's no news that the cost of maintaining haul roads really eat up the margin and profit of any operation. But nowhere is this more evident than in the forest industry. Trucks dig deep ruts quickly in soft road conditions, and to keep traffic moving requires a lot of grading, maintenance, and repair, not to mention the negative environmental impact it has. So we're going to show you what happens when trucks driving these roads are equipped with TIREBOSS. Here's a stretch of soft road deep in the forest of a logging operation. Notice how deep the ruts are. These ruts were created by tires at high pressure. Here we see a driver take on the soft road conditions with tires at a lower pressure at a loaded, slow speed setting. After several passes, the ruts begin to appear rounder and not as deep. In time, the ruts can be almost completely eliminated. Not only are road maintenance costs reduced, but the time spent stuck in a rut is virtually eliminated. Just imagine if every truck in a forest operation was using TIREBOSS. Year-round hauling, reduced wood inventories, better bottom line.
This has immensely increased our ability to extend the season, to lower inventories in the mill yard, to smooth out delivery schedules, immense benefits to the logging contractor who has a much better ability to pay down his capital, and immense benefits to the hauling contractor for the very same reason.
One other thing you'll notice is the quality of the ride. The driver on the left is driving this haul road with tires at higher pressure levels. The driver on the right is driving the same road with the same load and speed at lower tire pressures. Notice the difference in the two rides. Drivers will tell you that the benefits of having a TIREBOSS system are not just in the cost savings.
One of the other things that we've noticed about the TIREBOSS system is how it affects vehicle ride. Wasn't one of the big selling points at the start when we first started using the system, but something that we've definitely noticed in the later years is reduced vehicle maintenance, and that's due to the fact that the tire pressures are lower, so the vehicle ride is better, and we find that the drivers come in now after a 10 or 12-hour shift not as fatigued, not as stressed out as they were prior to using the system.
The TIREBOSS Tire Pressure Control system has been designed to be very user-friendly. The brain of the TIREBOSS system is in this controller right here. The controller is pre-programmed to match your specific application and configuration. It's easy to operate and does three basic things. It provides continuous tire pressure display and monitoring. It allows you to change tire pressure while driving, and it will automatically inflate your tires if the recommended speed is exceeded for the current tire pressure setting. It also tells you when something's not right by displaying various operational alerts or safety warnings, such as an instant tire pressure loss warning. The pre-programmed settings that a driver can select are designed to be practical and user-friendly, so all a driver has to do is select the setting that fits the situation. These settings can range from a fully loaded truck traveling at highway speeds, which would require the maximum tire pressure, all the way to an empty truck traveling off-road at slow speed, requiring the lowest tire pressure. All tire pressure settings are based on guidelines established by the Tire and Rim Association, who represents the tire manufacturers. As a system that is used internationally, it can be programmed in different languages. The system is also transferable from vehicle to vehicle. All our components are adaptable to any type of vehicle and axle. And there are several options, like heaters for the control valves and load sensing for air suspension vehicles. TIREBOSS has become so popular that several truck and trailer manufacturers provide factory-installed TIREBOSS systems. What the world is learning is that TIREBOSS not only saves you time and money, it helps you make money. When you can get in and out of a site faster, when you don't have to rely on assistance, when you don't have to swap floaters, you not only save time and money, you increase productivity. And that makes TIREBOSS a great return on investment. When you can increase your site access and your operating season because you have the ability to adapt to changing conditions, the increase in hauling days directly impacts the bottom line and provides you with a competitive advantage.
My father The owner of Beaver Lodge Heavy Haulers was probably the biggest skeptic when it came to putting these systems on. Being in the trucking business for 50 years, he wondered, why do we need this now? We've gotten by all this time without it. And in a very short time, in less than the first year, he was a firm believer, and he himself would not own another vehicle without it.
You know, it is costing you money not to have a TIREBOSS tire pressure control system on your truck. You've seen what increased traction and mobility will deliver: less hassle and more productivity. Thousands of TIREBOSS customers around the world are already experiencing the incredible difference the TIREBOSS system delivers in all the industries that rely on trucks to get in and out of those hard-to-reach off-road places. And thanks to that kind of performance, many regulatory bodies are expanding the scope of the hauling season for various industries. In conjunction with these special programs, TIREBOSS provides an interface for onboard GPS data loggers. I guess you could say that less pressure is more opportunity. So what are you waiting for? Call us for more information at one of the numbers on your screen. Pick the toll-free number that's right for your area. You can also visit us online or send us an email. Thank you for spending time with us. Remember, if it feels like your hauling performance is stuck in a rut, you need a new boss. A boss that works for you while you sit back and enjoy the ride. TIREBOSS Tire Pressure Control Systems. Now you're moving.